New month, new lists. Hi, welcome back to my channel. I'm Sneha. I absolutely love reading books, and what I love even more is talking about them. So, the month of March went really well, very unexpectedly. I had given myself a target of 4 books, but I really didn't think I would make it. But I did. The first book that I picked up for this month, which also was a book that I picked up on my vacation, The Hawthorne Legacy. Now, this was book number 2 in the Inheritance Game series, and because the first book flew so fast for me and it ended on a very uncertain note, I wanted to know what happens next. So, I was really eager to pick up this book. However, what I think happened with this book is that since all the character sketches, all the mystery around the characters was already done with in the first book, this book solely depended on the plot to make it work. And since the plot was a little bit juvenile, which I knew going into the book, it didn't hit the mark. Though I have to say it was completely bingeable, it flew like the first book. It just didn't hit the way the first book did. The next book I picked up was My Husband's Wife by Alice Feeney. Now, this book is a 2026 release, and I had read such great reviews about this book that I couldn't wait to read this one. The plot was great, the pace was fast. I really like the style of writing. It's just that, like the only other Alice Feeney book I've read, Rock, Paper, Scissors, this one too had a couple of questions that I felt were unanswered at the end of the book. And I prefer my thrillers to be foolproof. I like to have answers to all my questions. So that was slightly disappointing, but otherwise it was still a 4.5. The choice of my next book was quite surprising to me as well. I usually don't do rom coms, but I decided to pick up Just for the Summer by Abby Jimenez. And I am so glad I did this because I had given up on rom coms. I thought that this genre was not really for me, and I was not going to pick up any romance book this year. But because I ended up having some, like I've mentioned multiple times in my previous videos, I decided to give this one a try and I loved it. I was really surprised by the depth of the characters, the backstories, very layered character sketches. I gave this a 4.5. The fourth and the last book for March, The Only One Left by Riley Sager. This was also one of the books that I thought had the potential to be my first 5-star read for this year, but it was very disappointing. I thoroughly enjoyed first 20-25%. The pace was great, the plot was very gripping, the characters were very shady and mysterious, and I really wanted to know more. But then it continued to drag and drag and drag, and then towards the end, I just had to push myself to reach to the twist and to get the gratification of knowing what the suspense was. Like I have mentioned in my individual book review video for this book, the twist did deliver. The first twist was really great and very unexpected, but then twists kept coming, and I thought it was excessive and unnecessary. I don't think we needed so many twists just to kind of shock the reader because it didn't work for me. So that was all for March. Jumping on to April, I decided to do a poll, something I never do. I counted all the comments on Instagram, on YouTube, and the poll that I did on my Instagram stories, and the result is here. The first book for my April TBR, The Final Gambit. However, there were a lot of people who suggested Fourth Wing and with a lot of conviction. So now I am so eager to read that one as well. It probably will be my first book for May. Book number 2 for April will be Persuasion by Jane Austen. This is a book that I know is long due. One of the very few Jane Austen books that I haven't read. So I'm very eager to pick this one up, and I'm glad everybody chose this. Book number 3 will be a thriller, Ward D by Frida McFadden. This was chosen against The Woman in the Window. It was a very close poll. This one won by 1 vote. So these are the 3 books that I've picked up for April. Alongside these, I'm also reading an audiobook, which is Project Hail Mary. I want to finish that book before I can go watch the movie. So fingers crossed on that one. Also, I've decided to track how many books I read this year, and I use this app called Fable. It's an amazing app. I had been using Goodreads earlier, but when I discovered Fable, I really found it very cute, colorful, and more vibrant. I will try to keep coming here to update you on my progress as to how many books I've done. So far, I'm done with 10 books. Hope you enjoyed this video. Another one where I yap about books and you listen. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video.